Hi, I'm Duncan. I'm a filmmaker, and Edinburgh Zoo have asked me to make a video to raise money for them to get some giraffes. To be honest, I presumed they already had giraffes with them being a zoo. I just thought, tigers, penguins, rhinos, giraffe. You're having a laugh if they don't have a giraffe. Turns out they don't though. They do have tons of decent animals, mind you. I mean, just look at all these guys. But, just not giraffes. Yet. So they don't just want these giraffes so that you can all come along and look at them, although there'd be plenty of enjoyment to be had there. They're actually trying to save them from extinction. The official info I've been given is that there's less than 1,600 Rothschild giraffes left in the wild. And the zoo is hoping that alongside supporting conservation work in Africa, they can help restore giraffes to new nature reserves and help revive the population before it's too late. Here at the zoo, they'll be educating the public about the crisis that giraffes are facing in the wild too. So here's one of the zookeepers who knows a bit more than I do.
Sort of explain to me what the plan is.
We haven't had them in the zoo for 15 years, but now we're bringing them back. And it's all about getting that connection with the animals. For school groups, we're going to have a dedicated learning zone so they can learn all about giraffe adaptations, why they have these huge big 2-metre necks. And really it's trying to teach people as much as we can and get them really excited about giraffes. There is an end goal with that though, because by people coming to see the giraffes and interacting with them, that allows us to fund some conservation projects out in the wild that are helping get giraffe populations back on track again.
Decent. So they'd be putting the giraffes here, where at the very least they'd have a cracking view over the west of Edinburgh. You can actually see my house from up here, which is how good the view is. Although I don't know if I'll be able to see the giraffes from my house. Maybe if I had a telescope, but probably not. So, they'd also be getting one of these walkways put in, so that the visitors could come face to face with giraffes and learn about them and how to help save them from extinction.
Do giraffes have sort of good eyesight? Because obviously they'll be up on the hills, so will they be able to take advantage of the view?
They do have good eyesight. They can see predators from about 1 kilometre away. However, I think probably the view from the hill will be wasted on them. They'll be eating and then just interacting with each other rather than looking out over the beautiful view of Edinburgh.
What's that? Is that a penguin?
That's a penguin.
Right, okay.
Things are a bit messy at the minute as building works already began, but you can sort of imagine it by putting this stock image of a giraffe in that I found online and kind of superimposing it over the top of the image. Just look at that. That looks, great and very comfortable. This isn't the first time that zoos have helped make a huge difference to animal conservation. Just take the giant pandas, for example. Previously, they were on the edge of extinction, but in part thanks to research like that conducted at Edinburgh Zoo, pandas are no longer at threat of dying out. Here's a wee bit more info about that.
Sorry, that's a really long link, so you'll probably want to pause the video if you're looking that up. Anyway, Edinburgh Zoo needs your help bringing these giraffes over. It's expensive. I mean, think about the delivery charges you get these days on basic stuff like clothes or whatever from the internet, let alone a few giraffes. I mean, I don't even know how they're going to do that, but it's not going to be cheap, let's face it.
How would you transport a giraffe here?
So when the giraffes are ready to come here from the other zoos in Europe, then we have specialist people that know how to transport them. A very big truck is a good start, and quite often giraffes are trained to walk in it. So in the enclosure that we're going to be building, we're going to have an area that we can train the giraffes to go in and out of big, what we call crates, so that in the future, if it is time, say, for youngsters to move on to other zoos, then they'll be quite comfortable with walking into that, and then they'll move on.
Not helicopter.
Not helicopter.
Right.
So, do the right thing and give what you can. They have this crowdfunder page where you can donate, and there's all these sort of rewards and stuff that you can buy. I know that we're always hearing about how the world's going down the pan, but please do take a minute and think about whether you can help. This isn't just about helping to bring a new animal to your local zoo, it's making a real difference to fighting back in the wild. Right, I'm away home.